What is up, fellow vapors? Kylie Vapes, and in this week's review I will be talking about Halcyon, Coil Oil, and bad Kool-Aid. So let's get vaping, shall we? First up, I will be talking about Halcyon Vapors, and along with the juices, they were kind enough to send me a t-shirt and a hoodie, both of which I've already worn, and unfortunately I was unable to get them clean in time to shoot this video, so instead I will be repping my school. Oh well. So first up, I will be tasting Dragon Chi, and I've already got it in my Nimbus ready to go, so let's have ourselves a quick vape, shall we? Excellent vapor production. Now I'm a little bit unfamiliar with the true flavor of a dragon fruit, but in my opinion it is just more of an exotic, tropical tasting fruit. On the inhale it's very smooth, very clean, lightly sweet, but just enough sweetness to keep you reaching back and wanting to vape on it all day. It's excellent. And on the exhale, again, it's very smooth, but you also get those signature undertones of the lychee flavor, which is amazing. It just really balances out and mellows the vape. Awesome try. Another classic from Halcyon that you should definitely give a try is Apache. Just like all of Halcyon's juices, excellent vapor production, very smooth and sweet, but not too sweet. On the inhale, you get this perfect blend of peaches and apricots, and on the exhale, that signature lychee comes through, and it's just an amazing blend, so you definitely have to check it out. So first I will be discussing Halcyon Vapors, and along with the juices, they were kind enough to send me a hoodie and a t-shirt. But unfortunately, I've already worn them and I wasn't able to get them clean in time to shoot this video, so I will just be repping my school instead. What are you gonna do? Alright, so the first flavor I will be tasting is called Dragon Chi. I've already got it in my Nimbus ready to go, so let's just have ourselves a quick vape, shall we? Excellent vapor production. Now for the flavor. I'm a little bit unfamiliar with the true taste of a dragon fruit. I've never really gotten a chance to have one on its own. However, this vape is more of a tropical, exotic flavor in my opinion. It's very smooth, very clean, and lightly sweet on the inhale, but just enough sweetness to keep you reaching back and wanting to vape on it all day. The exhale is also very smooth, and then you really get those signature undertones of the lychee. It's an excellent flavor. 2 thumbs up for Dragon Chi. Alright, so next up we've got Grape Gatsby. Alright, let's get vaping. Yum. This is a clean grape flavor. When I say clean, I mean it tastes like fresh grapes instead of candied grapes. So the inhale, it's a little bit more of a throat hit on this one. I definitely get a little bit more of a sensation in the back of my throat. Very smooth still. It doesn't make me want to cough or anything. I just can tell that I'm vaping something. And you really get the taste of the grapes, which I'm pretty sure they kind of taste like white grapes, which is very nostalgic for me. I grew up on white grape juice. Yum. Anyway, you also get a little bit of menthol on the exhale, which is just really cool, super smooth, and extra delicious. It's amazing. Grape Gatsby's, it's one of my favorite blends from Halcyon. Now we're going to be tasting Crayon Chi. Let's do it. I always gotta say something. cranberries have a very distinct flavor, in my opinion. They're more tart than other berries, and the inhales, again, very smooth, less of a throat hit, actually. I barely notice anything, but it's very flavorful. Lightly sweet, again, from the lychee, but you really get the tart from the cranberry, and you can't really taste the individual tartness or the individual sweetness. It's almost like they are blended together beautifully to just make one amazing cranberry lychee blend. So I highly recommend this one. It's a definite pickup. Crunchy. Now for one of my personal favorites, non-bombs. Let's have a quick hit. This is one of my personal favorites because it's like a party in my mouth and everybody's invited. And when I say that, I mean sour, sweet, warm, but very smooth and cool and tangy. I've said all those things and I'm going to start repeating myself, but this juice is amazing. It's a blend of all my favorite candies and all my favorite sodas together in one. You just can't get much better than that, and I know I'm very, very overzealous when I'm explaining this, but you just have to try it for yourself. It's amazing, very smooth, lots of vapor, and you can't really pick out individually all the sodas and all the candies, but it really just tastes like a candy shop, and they're serving soda. It's amazing. Non-bombs surely will be your all-day vape, and I highly, highly recommend that you pick it up. Now for my second favorite, Tango Down. Tango Down, Tango Down. It reminds me of Call of Duty, I just had to say that, sorry. Anyway, let's have a vape. I was reading the flavor description on Halcyon's website, and they were saying that it tastes like Sunny D, and I would have to agree. It really does. It's very smooth, and you get a strong flavor of tangerine on the inhale. And then on the exhale, again, very smooth, very crisp, and it's a little, I think like the raspberry sweetens out the vape a little bit and also cools it down. Cools down the tanginess that comes from the tangerine. And it's excellent. It's a perfect sunrise vape. As soon as you take one hit off of that, woo, you'll be going all morning. Definitely, definitely pick up some Tango Down. Last up from Halcyon is frosting. And I saved this one for last because it's not my favorite, but that's just my opinion. It is still great, so let's have a vape. This is definitely on the sweeter side. Still a very clean and smooth vape, so it doesn't leave that sugary vanilla aftertaste. But on the inhale, I get more of like I said, it's kind of like a vanilla flavor, and because it's called frosting, it reminds me of vanilla frosting, vanilla cake frosting or something like that, right out of the jar. And it's pretty good, pretty good. Like I said, not my favorite. I probably wouldn't vape this all day, probably either with my coffee or at the end of the day, in the evening, after dinner or something. So if you have a sweet tooth, or you're just looking for something to vape on every now and then that happens to be on the sweeter side, definitely recommend getting frosting from Halcyon. Anyway, I mean, you can't go wrong with any of Halcyon's flavors. They're all amazing, and you really just gotta try them out. So the second part of this video, we will be talking about bad Kool-Aid. And the first flavor I will be testing is called Blizzard. I don't know if you can see that. The lighting in here really sucks, and there's a glare on my glasses, so I apologize. But let's take a hit. Well, if the name Blizzard doesn't tip you off, this is an extremely icy mint menthol. And woo! Bad Kool-Aid has really hit home for me. Seriously, this is exactly my type of vape. My preference, amazing. The inhale is so icy, so smooth, so wow. It's so cooling. It really makes you want to go because it's so minty. And same with the exhale. It kind of reminds me more of I think it's Dentine Black Ice or something like that, but it's Dentine in the black packages. That's what Blizzard tastes like. So if you are a mint fan like me, highly, highly recommend Blizzard from Bad Kool-Aid. Next up is actually my personal favorite from Bad Kool-Aid, aside from Blizzard. Blizzard's actually my second favorite. Cool Cane. Gotta take the locking ring. Man, it's like you guys know me. Whew. Okay, so this one's my favorite because it's less intense on the minty side than Blizzard, but there's a little more sweetness to it. So it's more like a peppermint Altoid to me. So it's very intensely minty, but it's also mellowed out with a little bit of sweetness. It's an excellent vape. If you love Altoids, or I mean, if you've tried Blizzard and you like it, but you want something a little more mellow, Cool Cane is definitely for you, and it is my favorite from Bad Kool-Aid's collection. Now I'm going to talk about Smurf berries. I know you can't really see the label, but sorry. Excellent vapor production. And I'm not really sure which berries are in this blend, but that doesn't really matter, and it doesn't change my opinion. This is amazing. So juicy, so flavorful, and so smooth. Wow, it's mind-blowing, and it's a killer blend. If you love berries, love sweetness, there's no real tartness in this mixture. All sweet and all wonderful. So I highly recommend Smurf berries if you are a berry fan. Now I'm going to talk about Superstar Bears, and this is one interesting flavor. So in the little flavor description brochure that I got from Bad Kool-Aid, under Superstar Bears it says the gummy shot for adults. I'm thinking Jello shots, and that's exactly what this tastes like, Jello shots, and it's awesome. I mean, if you love Jello shots and you're not much of a drinker anymore, something like that, I mean, I know I'm not a drinker, but Jello shots were probably one of my favorites. You're definitely going to want to try this liquid. It's amazing, and it's very different, unlike one I've had so far. So check out Superstar Bears. Real quick, before I move on to the next flavor, I just want to add in that Superstar Bears tastes like spring break in your mouth, except you'll remember it. Moving on to Grape Bubblicious. If I get out of the way. This is more of a candy grape flavor. Obviously, by the name Grape Bubblicious, you'll be able to tell right away that there's a hint of bubblegum, but you won't taste that until the exhale, in my opinion. And to me, the inhale is more of like a sweeter, kind of more intense grape flavor. It sort of tastes like grape Fanta, or whatever. So this juice is like a combination of grape soda and Grape Bubblicious. It's definitely a good blend if you're into grapes. I love grapes, and I know that I like Grape Bubblicious, so you must pick this one up. Now we're going to talk about watermelon. Similar to Grape Bubblicious, this watermelon flavor kind of reminds me of watermelon Hubba Bubba, or if they have watermelon Bubblicious, it probably would taste like that more. It's real good. It's on the inhale, very sweet, not too sweet, not overpowering by any means, and it's very, very juicy. It's a really good watermelon flavor. It's not like candy watermelon, but like I said, more of like that gum watermelon flavor, and a little bit of a fresh watermelon taste on the exhale, which is really cool that how flavors can change like that, change from one form of watermelon to the next form of watermelon. So I think that's really cool. So watermelon is definitely a great flavor that you should try from Bad Kool-Aid. Last up from Bad Kool-Aid is Walking Dead. And there's a H in there, which kind of makes me think of Wahoo Hawaiian Punch, which is funny because in the brochure that Bad Kool-Aid sent me, the flavor description is actually called Zombie, and it's a tangerine tropical punch. So let's have a taste. My battery's dying, but this is a warmer vape. You get more of a throat hit, and the inhale right away, the tangerines just whoosh, smack you in the face. Amazing. It's like biting the peel of the tangerine. It's so fresh and juicy. And then the exhale, you really get that punch juice kind of taste, and it's awesome. Walking Dead, Zombie, or whatever they want to call it, amazing, and you have to pick it up. It's definitely my third favorite from the Bad Kool-Aid collection, and all of Bad Kool-Aid's juices so far are just amazing, and you gotta check them out. Bad Kool-Aid. So the last part of this video, we will be talking about Coil Oil, and this flavor is Rosy Cheeks. So real quick, I didn't skip this part, but I'm just gonna drip it. Build. Thought I lost my top cap. Alright. Rosy Cheeks. Whoa. That was a lot more vapor than I was expecting. So, excellent vapor production. Rosy Cheeks. Okay, so this is a tart cherry flavor. And you definitely get the tartness of the cherry on the inhale. And then on the exhale, it sort of balances out into more of like a caramelized candied cherry flavor, and it sweetens out in the exhale. Sort of reminds me of maraschino or maraschino cherries, the ones you get in like Shirley Temples or mixed drinks or whatever. Super delicious. Rosy Cheeks is amazing. Ooh, killer. Next up, we'll be vaping Cryptic. Let's see if I can get you to see this. Yeah, check that out. Like, these little characters on the bottles are just so sick. Anyway, I did skip the filling part this time, so now I can just get right to vaping. Yes. So Cryptic. I never really considered myself much of a strawberry fan until I've had some of Coil Oil's juices. Cryptic is a blend of strawberries, kiwis, and watermelon, and on the inhale and the exhale, you can't really pick out each individual flavor of these fruits unless you are you know, more, well, familiar with each of them enough to be able to say, that's the watermelon, that's the kiwi, that's the strawberry, but I can't. However, I do taste that how all of these fruits are just blended expertly, if that's a word, together to make their own brand new flavor that's completely amazing, mind-blowing, flavorful by all means, and totally juicy. It creates so much vapor. It's an amazing flavor. Cryptic is an awesome pickup. Highly, highly suggest that you go get yourself some. Up next, I've got Enigma. Just check this one out. Some blue guy wearing glasses. Totally cool. Excuse me. Let's have a vape. Excuse the garage if you can hear that, but Enigma. So, this one is a blend of strawberries and blueberries, and it's also amazing. Like I said, I didn't consider myself a strawberry fan until I've had Coil Oil's juices, and Enigma is definitely one of those game changers for me. Like I said before with Cryptic, you can't really taste the strawberry and the blueberry individually, but the blend of the two together is absolutely amazing, and it's like a wedding. They should get married. Anyway, Enigma, 2 thumbs up. Definitely check it out. Last up from Coil Oil's collection is Nutella. And I will come right out and say that this is my favorite from Coil Oil's line, and simply because it's spot on Nutella. And I mean, what white girl doesn't love Nutella, right? On point, definitely. The inhale is smooth and creamy chocolate, and it leaves no sugary aftertaste whatsoever. And then the hazelnut, I believe, really comes through on the exhale. It is 100% spot on Nutella. So if you are a Nutella fan, just like me and many of the people of the world are, Nutella from Coil Oil is definitely for you. Alright, that concludes this review video. I've taken a look at Halcyon, Bad Kool-Aid, and Coil Oil, all 3 companies of which are a part of my daily vape every day. I love these juices, and you definitely got to check them out. And I just want to say a quick thank you to all 3 companies, Halcyon, Bad Kool-Aid, and Coil Oil, for sending me care packages and giving me the opportunity to review these juices. I really appreciate it, and I loved them all. So thank you very much, and thank you for watching.